Russia's eastern flank is once again an area of heightened military attention. Amid growing regional tensions, Russia's Pacific Fleet, PF, has begun exercises to practice the defense of Kamchatka and Primorye. This was reported by Russian media, citing the press service of the fleet. The exercises, called July Storm, include actions to protect the bases of ships, including in the area of the Eastern Bosphorus Strait near Vladivostok. The main focus was on repelling attacks by unmanned aerial vehicles and sea drones. The maneuvers involved Rook boats and FSB forces, including border units of the Kamchatka and Primorsky directorates. Scenarios for repelling an attack were worked out against the backdrop of the ever-increasing militarization of the Far East. The Kremlin clearly fears strikes on strategic points in the east of the country, including military bases on Kamchatka, a peninsula that is critical for the deployment of missile submarines and access to the Pacific Ocean. Ukraine is constantly increasing the range of its drone strikes against Russia, and Moscow is obviously preparing for the fact that Ukrainian UAVs will be able to fly as far as Kamchatka. Kamchatka faces the Pacific Ocean and is adjacent to key regional players, the United States via the Bering Strait, Japan and China. Despite the fact that formally there are no open territorial claims to Kamchatka, Japan continues to dispute the ownership of the South Kuril Islands, which are located in close proximity to the peninsula. Today, Kamchatka is a key base for the Russian fleet in the Pacific Ocean. Strategically important ports, airfields, surveillance points, and underwater mines are located here. Earlier, media reported that Putin sent the combat fleet into a dangerous encounter with NATO naval forces. Moritz Brack, a senior researcher at the CASIS think tank at the University of Bonn and a reserve officer in the German Navy, notes that Russia's behavior is becoming increasingly aggressive. According to the analyst, what happens in the Baltic Sea always carries the risk of escalating into a more acute escalation. Although the expert does not expect the Russian fleet to attack Allied forces during the aforementioned exercises, he does not rule out provocations. Potential scenarios include attempts by Russian ships to block NATO shipping routes or demonstration flights by military aircraft over alliance flotillas. This is about testing vigilance. How quickly will NATO react? The expert added. According to analysts, Russia is trying to increase the intimidation factor in the Baltic Sea. Such maneuvers can be used, in particular, to collect intelligence information.
Several hundred Cambodians have fled from a village to a remote Buddhist temple as fighting on the border with Thailand continues. According to Associated Press, Thai and Cambodian soldiers have clashed along the border between their countries in a major escalation that left at least 14 people dead, mostly civilians. The two sides fired small arms, artillery and rockets, and Thailand also launched airstrikes. At the temple in Cambodia's Otter Meanchey province, makeshift tents were being set up under the trees for those who had left their homes. One evacuee, Veng Chin, 74, pleaded with both the Thai and Cambodian governments to negotiate a settlement to end the conflict. "I was so scared, shaking so much. I didn't bring anything with me," she said. "May I ask Thailand and Cambodia to negotiate a settlement as soon as possible so that I can return to my home and work on the farm?" Fighting took place in at least 6 areas on Thursday, according to Thai Defense Ministry spokesperson Surasant Kongsiri, a day after a landmine explosion along the border wounded 5 Thai soldiers and led Bangkok to withdraw its ambassador from Cambodia and expel Cambodia's envoy to Thailand. On Friday, Cambodia's chief official in Otter Meanchey province, General Kav Lai, said clashes resumed early in the morning near the ancient Tom Yun Tom temple. Associated Press reporters near the border could hear sounds of artillery from early morning hours. The escalation represents a rare instance of military conflict between member countries of the Association of Southeast Asian Nation, though Thailand has tangled with Cambodia before over the border and has had sporadic skirmishes with western neighbor Myanmar. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres urged both sides to exercise maximum restraint and address any issues through dialogue, according to UN Deputy Spokesman Farhan Haq.
Ai miền đang đang chơi. Con ơi ôm phi để rụp bê đôn chơi ôn. Con ơi ôm phi na nhơn na. Miền ôi tục tuol bàn tê rồi ôi mình khơi bàn mô tê. Lưu tung là cú dọn con hào đỡ đài lần cú dọn là tam khuôn mô tê. Miền bàn ôi tê con. Xong mà năng tì khmê hay năng tì Thái này ở cho cha khi ở trâu chắp ở ban chia bồ rượt từng óc khi ban vil tơ lấp tàu sọ sô sre vinh sre chừng ca thơ ba tận năm vinh côn. Năng ngay ở con tràn còn đang cho ngồi ở con này.
Thai and Cambodian soldiers fired at each other in multiple contested border areas Thursday, injuring 3 civilians, after the nations downgraded their diplomatic relations in a rapidly escalating dispute. According to Associated Press, videos from Thai independent broadcaster TPBS showed people running from their homes and hiding in a concrete bunker Thursday morning amid explosions and gunfire. Clashes appeared to be ongoing in several areas. The first clash Thursday morning happened in an area where the ancient Prasit Ta Mon Tom temple stands along the border of Thailand's Surin province and Cambodia-Otter Meanchey province. Both Thailand and Cambodia accused each other of opening fire first. Cambodia's Prime Minister Hun Manet said Thailand attacked Cambodian army positions at Prasit Ta Mon Tom and Prasit Ta Krabi in Otter Meanchey province and expanded to the area along Cambodia's Pria Vihir province and Thailand's Uban Ratchathani province. The Thai army said 3 civilians in Surin province were injured when Cambodia fired artillery shells into a residential area. It said residents in the area had been evacuated afterward.